Hey y'all, it's Josh Morgan. Before I begin this video, I just want to say sorry for not making more worthwhile content, as I've been sick over the summer and also because of the fact that I've not had a whole lot of stuff to make videos about. But I do want to start making more worthwhile content, so I just wanted to say sorry, and I am working on that. And also, I'm still working on the Star Wars fan film script and screenplay, but I have kind of hit a little bit of a road bump with writer's block. So as soon as I get more creative ideas and whatnot, they shall be put into the script as soon as possible. Now, on with the video.
Shortly after high school, some friends and I went camping one weekend. We drove to a national park which had a campground, but we decided to camp outside the ground so we wouldn't have to worry about making too much noise and disturbing other campers. We set everything up in a nice clearing next to a bushy slope, get a fire going, the moon comes out, and we crack open some beers. So far, so good. Around 10 p.m., we suddenly hear the sound of people walking downhill through the bush towards our camp. This puts us on our guard, but we weren't too concerned because it's a popular park, and we figure it's just more campers making the most of the long weekend. We all keep our eyes trained towards the sound, and soon enough the people arrive at the bottom of the slope, but they don't cross the tree line into the clearing. They just stop in a huddle, and it's hard to make out the details, but it looks like there's about 6 figures. Somewhat oddly, all of them are dressed in white, and the moonlight reflecting off their garments gives them an eerie glow. I can sense my friends are starting to feel as nervous as I am. My friend Dee tries to ease the tension and calls out to them in a friendly way. "Hey, how's it going?" They don't reply. Dee tries to keep calling out to them stuff like, "We're just enjoying some beers here. It's a beautiful night. What are you up to?" They don't reply. Eventually, one of the figures emerges from the tree line and walks towards us. He stops just beyond the light of our fire and stands there, staring down at us. Dee babbles at him for a few more seconds with more nervous banter, but the man cuts him off mid-sentence. "How long will you be here for?" he asks really low and slow so we can't make out his accent or tone. But he certainly doesn't sound friendly. We were originally going to camp for 2 nights, but I have a bad feeling now for obvious reasons, and I blurt out, "Oh, we're not hanging around here. We leave first thing tomorrow morning." My friends murmur agreement, and the guy says nothing, but just keeps staring down at us. I notice his clothes in more detail now. As mentioned, they were all white, and the top was kind of like a loose, plain baseball jersey, only made from a thin cottonish material. This is odd because the night is fairly cool enough that I can see the man's breath, and he should be freezing. But whatever, he just keeps staring, and I can hear the other people from his group shuffling in their spots behind the tree line. Finally, the man speaks again. "You're leaving tomorrow morning." It's not a question. We all agree, panicky now. Yes, we're leaving tomorrow." Apparently satisfied, the man turns away and walks back to his group. They all start making their way back up the slope. My friends and I say very little until we can't hear the group anymore, and even when they're totally out of earshot, we speak in nervous whispers. What the fuck was that all about? Man, some people are weird. We try to chill out, get some music going, crack more beers, but we're shaken up now, and what's more, we can feel we are being watched. We think the group must be parked up the slope somewhere, scoping us out. So much for a fun night of drinking and bullshitting. we're too wound up, and we end up crawling into the tents, where we spend the nights bunkered down like mice hiding from a cat. We get up early and leave immediately. The whole time we're trekking back to the car park, we feel like we're being trailed. The sensation of being watched never leaves us. Once we're loaded into the car and on the road, we finally relax. Man, that was freaky shit last night. We go over it all, kind of excited in a weird way, considering different theories. Meth heads, a cult, Satanists. But would Satanists dress in all white? It's almost amusing now we're out of danger. We stop at a town nearest the park. It's a real bumfuck nowhere kind of place. Just a petrol station, a dingy looking pub, a closed down bank, and other retail decay. We pull into the petrol station for snacks, and the guy manning the counter looks like a bit of a hard arse. But we chat a bit, and he's friendly enough. We tell him about running into some weird people last night at the park, and he's very interested in that. He makes us explain in detail what happened. After he's heard our story, I expect him to laugh it off. Oh, they're just the religious weirdos that camp out there sometimes. But he doesn't laugh. He gets all quiet and narrows his eyes. You kids were real lucky last night, he says. And that right there is the scariest part of the story, because he is a no bullshit cowboy type, and I can tell that he's being deadly serious. We pay for our snacks and drive back to the city, never to return. So that story was from Reddit, from a person by the name of Purple Teacup 1. And this is basically a camping story that involves the Ku Klux Klan. So I really hope that you all enjoyed me reading the story to you, even though I was nervous as hell reading it. And I hope that you all would like to see more of these types of videos, because I really like to read some of the more creepy stories on the internet. Not like real creepy stories that end in bad situations and whatnot. Although this one could have ended badly, it's just something that I'm not into. Feel free to follow me on Facebook, YouTube, any social media that I have. You can feel free to follow me on. Leave your comments about the story in the box below. Share it with your friends and your family. And I do also have to apologize for the language in here. The original poster posted the language, and I felt that it would be more authentic if I read what they wrote, although I did flub up some of the words in the story, but it's still the same story. Anyways, have a wonderful day. May God bless y'all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.